Guys, in this video I'm going to talk about the directional control in tennis. So this is for those people who struggles to control the direction of your shot, and by the time you finish watching this video you'll be able to control your shot and take the points in the match play. There are three basic directions: down the line, cross court, and down the middle. So what determines the direction of your shot? Well, it's really where your racket face is pointing. So if your racket face is pointing straight, then that's where the ball goes. If it's diagonal, that's where the ball travels. So it's really important to focus on that racket face angle. The other key point you want to focus on is your shoulder. So let's say you're trying to hit your forehand shot and trying to hit straight. Your left shoulder should be pointing to the direction where you're trying to hit. So if it's that way, your left shoulder points that way. And if you're trying to change the direction, you want to change where your left shoulder is pointing as well. So back and side is very similar. Instead of your left shoulder, you want to be using your right shoulder to sort of measure where you want to hit. It's the opposite shoulders if you're left-handed players. Okay, first drill, let's start with that self-feeding forehand shot. So stand on the service line. I'll get you guys to hit one straight shot, so to the service block right in front of you, and the other one goes to the cross court. So it is a self-feeding forehand shot. I want you guys to make sure that the ball is at your right contact point. So make sure it's not too far away, too close to you. If you're not sure about the contact point, please check out my other video. I'll explain everything about the contact point. So again, two things that we want to focus on is your racket face, where the racket face is pointing out, and your left shoulder. So I'm going to try a couple of shots hitting into the service box right in front of me, and here's how it looks like. Now I'm going to try a couple of shots to the cross court. So left shoulder pointing to the other service box. So just by adjusting that where your left shoulder is pointing, that contact point, the angle of the racket face will automatically be adjusted. So it's really important to focus on where that left shoulder is pointing. So if you want to practice with your backhand, just have your hitting partner or use your ball machine to do some practice. It's really hard to feed the ball by yourself, especially when doing a backhand shot. Again, where the racket face points will be automatically adjusted with where your shoulders are. So our first rallying exercise, guys, is one of us stand at one spot and the other player is running. So you want to hit 3 shots first straight, then 3 shots cross court, 3 shots straight cross court, and you're going to alternate that. Once you're used to it, make it to 2 shots and only one shot in the end. Common mistake when it comes to directional control is that a lot of people tend to stop the racket just to control the direction of their shot. So it's really important to hit and continue your follow through rather than just stopping and trying to control your shot. Yes, it goes to the direction where you want it to, but it lacks in spin, it lacks in control. So it's really important to keep that follow through in the end. So always remember to point that shoulders, forehand shot, point that left shoulder, adjust the direction by changing where your shoulder is pointing. And also make sure that racket's face is pointing to the direction where you're trying to hit.